Hey guys, welcome back. I wanted to show this deck to you today. This deck I like to call the Fighting Pit Dragon. Fighting Pit Dragon is it's kind of a nice name that's a throwback to Game of Thrones. I won't really go into it or kind of explain the context. I don't want to give away any spoilers. It's a great show. I know a lot of you probably already watch it. This deck, Fighting Pit Dragon, uses this dragon here, Old Gnawbone. Right, this is one of the most popular cards probably that we have in the entire collection. It says here, when a creature you control deals combat damage to your opponent's planeswalker, create X gold tokens. X is equal to that creature's power, right? So that's important. When this creature attacks or any other creature attacks, we're going to be able to put a lot of gold tokens on the board, all right? Here's another one. This one is really important. Oswald the Fiddlebender. When an artifact you control is destroyed, increase this card's level by 3. Then move the first artifact card with the highest base cost that is equal to or less than this card's level from your library into play. That's a lot of words. It's a whole lot of words, but what it basically means is that it pairs nicely with Old Gnawbone, because Old Gnawbone, every single time you attack, you do some damage, you'll be able to put out these gold tokens. Gold tokens, as you can see, count as artifacts, all right? Why is that important? Because when you destroy an artifact, like a gold token, you'll increase this card's level by 3. Then you'll get to take an artifact that's in your deck, right? And you're going to be able to move it into play, right? So that's going to be very important. Let's take a look at some of these artifacts that I have in play, Sword of the Realms. This one's huge, right? We want to play this one because once we get this one out, the next one that we have, the next Sword of the Realms that we play, will trigger this Herald 17 ability, right? That means this guy will come out. It's totally devastating. He'll be on the board very quickly, I'm quite sure. All right, as long as they don't kill off these guys, as long as we don't have a hard time getting them out, we'll be able to get that guy out really quickly, or Halvar. That's going to be one of the most dangerous, most productively deadly things in this deck. Another artifact here is Sword of the Animus. This one is kind of nice. Don't really need this one, but the whole point of this one here is we want to smash those gold tokens, all right? The rest of the deck, I kind of say that, hey, you can change it up if you want. I like Turntimber Symbiosis, right, because it helps you to pull these guys. You do need both of them, but once you do have both of them, you'll see that it's pretty devastating. It gets big really fast. You'll be able to get some really strong creatures out really quickly. Okay, let's get to it. Looks like we have started the game with 2 creatures in our hands, and they are the same creature, so okay, that's not as good as we would have liked, but hey, you know, we got one of them. I gotta mention at this point, I am using Calix. This deck is an important thing that I want to touch on is you need to have a green and white planeswalker in order to use this deck, obviously, right? Because Gnawbone is green, and the Fiddlebender here that I'm about to play, Oswald, is white. So you got to have the green and white. It doesn't necessarily have to be Calix, but it does have to be green and white. All right, let's get this going. I'm hoping for the Turntimber Symbiosis pretty soon, or Gnawbone. That's kind of what we need right now, because we're going to need both of those creatures. Starfield of Nyx. Let's go get that. Alright, so there's our Turntimber Symbiosis, but the opponent has played Test of Talents, and that's it kind of prevents us from playing Turntimber Symbiosis. It says when this support enters the board, drain all mana from the first spell card in your opponent's hand. While this is on the board, spells can't gain mana. So that really just prevents us from using the Turntimber Symbiosis to get the Gnawbone creature that we need. But hopefully, you know what? Let's go with this. Hopefully we'll be able to get Gnawbone right there. Okay. Let me just explain what I did really quickly. Calix has this nice ability, this first ability here. Pick one of the first 3 cards in your library, fetch that card. If it's an enchantment or aura, your first creature gets 4/4. and it gains the enchantment subtype. The important part there is not so much the 4/4 or the first creature or whatever. It's go fetch a card, right? That's why I kind of like Calyx for this deck. We're able to fetch the card that we need here. It's the old Gnawbone, and we have him in our hand, and we're gonna be able to play him soon, hopefully. All right, that does help right there. All right. You know what? We get rid of Turntimber Symbiosis. Go like this. Okay. Alright, you see a creature that we have is attacking, right? Because they are attacking, they are able to put down some gold tokens. At some point, we're going to flood this whole mana board over here, all these gems, with different types of, well, the different golds, right? So that's really something that we like. We definitely like to have that in this deck. I tell you what, we'll play Oswald. Sometimes it's good to hold back on him and kind of just keep him in the hand, fully paid off, just in case. But no, we'll play him. All right. Now, if we can smash some of those gold tokens, we're going to be able to launch this guy's ability. We're going to be able to start pulling out those Halvar cards. That looks like it's going to happen next turn, just because we're going to have a lot of gold already out on the board. Let's see what happens. You can see there's going to be a whole lot of gold tokens. There you go, Gnawbone attacks. Because Gnawbone has 9, we're going to put down 9 gold tokens. That's 2. This is number 3, 4, 5. If you wanted to, what you could do is pause the video at this point and then take a look and read that gold token. Basically says that, hey, when you destroy this token, you get mana. Alright, so as you can see right there, they destroyed 3, right? So I'm going to be able to pull out the Sword of the Realms from my deck. Alright. There's another one. Every time from now on that I'm able to pull one out of the deck, I'm going to get one of those Halvar cards. This guy up here. Right? And you know what? This game is actually over on this turn, but I'll show you exactly some of the absolute amazing power for this deck. I'm going to match these 3, and that's going to throw down some more of these Sword of the Realms. Halvar comes out for every single one of those, right? So that's really nice. Oh, sorry, not every single one. You get the Sword of the Animus too, actually. Right, get a creature that has bravery. Yeah, here. That's it, guys. This is pretty much game over. Alright, we hope you guys like the deck. Like and subscribe, of course. That helps the channel a lot. And that's basically it. We're gonna use the Sword of the Animus right there to destroy more. We're getting more creatures out. And at this point, it's irrelevant because we have enough to win the game. But yeah, that's it for me. I'll just be quiet. Alright, have a good one, guys. Like and subscribe, as I said. And good gaming, y'all. Alright, let me hit the fast forward button and make this thing go quickly for you.